Yo, what's good y'all? Your favorite former fast food employee is back with more JJK. And with the Culling games officially starting for our gang, along with some other shenanigans, we got a lot to go over today. Now, last we left off, we met Naoya Zenin and Yuta Kotu. Naoya had that one moment that I've seen everywhere for the past 2 weeks. Yuta killed Yuji, brought him back to life, and while explaining everything, Megumi pulled up. Ugh. After getting his back blown out by Big Raga, Potential Man finally returns. On a serious note though, this scene right here is probably one of my favorites from Megumi. For a guy who doesn't take his own feelings or his life seriously, he's pretty damn good at making others realize their worth. You sneeze at this nigga the wrong way and he'll try to off himself. But the second Yuji starts getting those thoughts, he turns into Socrates. Yuji's over here trying to say that he can't act like nothing happened, like he didn't kill people, like it's not his fault. And you can see it in his eyes, bro, he's hurt. But Megumi says, nah, it's our fault. He took that I'm losing, now we losing gimmick to the core. At the end of the day, they're Jujutsu sorcerers, not heroes. Nobody can judge them, and they have to constantly prove their worth again and again. They no longer have time to think about themselves. They gotta focus on saving as many as they can. In his head, Yuji's thinking about how Megumi will be affected by his presence. As long as he's around with Sukuna, Megumi will always be suffering. But Megumi reminds him that saving as many people as he can is the principle that he abides by. And Megumi asks Yuji to start by saving him first. Megumi was able to let Yuji realize that he can still carry out his late grandfather's wish, even if he feels guilt. And without saying it, he was also able to tell Yuji that even with the threat of Sukuna looming over his life, he's still willing to ask for help. That's a W man's move. I almost forgot that Yuta was in this scene, but in the manga, he also thinks in his head about how Yuji wasn't going all out during their fight, even though he said that he couldn't die yet. Wait, what's that? Yuta himself said that Yuji was holding back? Wow, how nice of him to upskill Yuji like that. Thanks, Brody. Yuji then asked Yuta for help in regards to Sukuna, saying that if he pops up again, Yuta should be able to deal with him.
Stop the cap!
Yeah, alright bro. Yuji obviously wasn't watching them Shibuya highlights. Let's run that shit back real quick. Five, 10, 15, 20, I don't care how many fingers Yuji shoves down his throat. Yuta is not beating Sukuna. This entire combo was so unserious. Yuji saying something, I have 15 fingers inside of me with a straight face. Yeah, alright bro. Yuji also questions Megumi about Nobara, which I guess surprised him because he seemed shocked. Megumi kind of gives him a look, and Yuji's just like, oh I get it. Now knowing what we know, I kind of get what he's trying to say, but I'm also still confused. Like, was this supposed to be like a, oh good reaction or like a, oh damn reaction? Like, I don't even know, whatever. But with that out of the way, Choso, who is actually here, gives them a way to get back to Jujutsu High. Bro, why was he just chilling there the entire time? Making me confused as hell. Makes sense though, since this is the first time he's ever seen this dude face to face. They also showed us the rules of the Culling games, and by showed them, I mean they flashed it on screen for 10 seconds. Thank God for this next episode, because I know anime onlys were fighting for their lives trying to read this. I hear looking like Kai Cenat.
The habit stacking formula is, after current habit, I will new habit, and that is time.
They head back to Jujutsu High, where we see Maki! Looking fine as hell per usual, got 7th degree burns, and came out of that looking unfazed. They gave us the explanation on how she survived, and it was basically, yeah, she's just like that. Gold activities, surviving them Jogo flames, unlike a certain someone. Nanami gets a pass because he was fighting for a while after he got toasted, but Nabito bum-ass kicked the can right after he got torched. It is obvious where his bum-ass son got that terrible HP, durability of an iPhone 15. Still kills me that she was over here reading the entire time. She can't fool me, bro. Out here trying to act nonchalant for Yuta. We've seen the grades, Brodagy. Bottom 5 in studies at Jujutsu High for a reason. Taken right after JJK fans too. She ain't reading jack on that page. Looking over a fist of Naoya feats. A documentation of Megumi W's. Yuta damn near flash stepped when he saw her, bro. Wasn't even moving this fast against Yuji. Fastest speed feat this man has is being able to walk at soccer mom speed for a reason. But forget that real quick, cause we finally get to see my glorious white chocolate queen dipped in butter, Yuki Tsukumo. Let me tell y'all, if I had my chance with Yuki, I am unlocking the reverse misogyny technique, bro. Moving like that one guy on TikTok who be making meals for anime girls, becoming the strongest house husband in history on the spot. Now that they're all together, Yuki tells them that it's time to meet Tengen, so they can get some info on this Culling game. Maki was confused on who this guy Choso was, but Yuji told them to consider him as his older brother, and this reaction was priceless. Yuji! Had Yuki laughing too, which honestly is the only thing that matters, so props to him. Don't let that shit happen again, though, bro. Using Choso as a radar, they're able to locate the elevator leading to Tengen's location. Choso says a quick goodbye to his brothers, and they head further down. On the way there, though, Yuji notices some bloodstains right at its entrance. A lot of people think that these are Ammonized, but Amanai died way down the hall. This is her caretaker's blood. Make me about to piss me off, bruh. Nonchalant ass walking past this. Like, his father ain't the reason why we here right now. Get back here and show some respect. At first, when they make it inside, it seems like nobody's home. But right when they were about to leave, Tengen pulled up. Out here ore farming for no reason. This was a cool moment though, because it shows us that this entire time, Tengen has been the narrator. I don't know how they're gonna pull this off in the dub since it's just some like random white guy doing it, but here, it goes hella hard. After saying hello, Tengen immediately starts off by telling us the name of the man inhabiting Gato's body, Kenjaku. This made me realize that for the past 2.5 years, I've been referring to this dude by his government name without realizing it was actually supposed to be secret, so my bad, guys. Yuji dead don't give a damn, bro. First question he asks is, why do you look like that? Got a lot of balls just making me notes. Tengen is ageless, but not immortal, having lived for hundreds of years. And after failing to merge with the star plasma vessel, she's now evolved past a normal human being. She's basically the entire world itself now. Low-key lost though, because Prime Tengen was a baddie. Messy hair and baggy clothes, bro. She was ahead of her time. Yuji being the only one to notice the damn door fading away is also hilarious to me. Kid can't pay attention for the life of him. Anyway, we're about to get a ton of information, so bear with me and lock in for this part because what they're saying is very important. We gotta end the stigma of JJK fans not reading their own damn manga. Kenjaku's plan is to force every human in Japan to evolve, and since using Tengen's barriers to give everyone a cursed technique with idle transfiguration would be too hard, he instead wants to merge humankind and Tengen together. Now, this wouldn't have been a problem for us 12 years ago, but Tengen has evolved, meaning that she can now assimilate with people other than a star plasma vessel. Tengen isn't just one person though. Her soul is everywhere. They're the world itself. If she was to merge with a human, they would evolve beyond a sorcerer. Being there, but not there, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry, I don't get it too much either. Tengen is able to maintain her shape and sense of self because of her barrier techniques. But if even one human went out of whack, everyone would lose control, since there wouldn't be any boundaries between individuals. A whole lot of yap, but basically if Tengen merges with humanity, everyone is cooked. Now, we don't know why Kenny wants to do this yet, and we won't for a while. But either way, this shouldn't be too much of a problem since Tengen could just resist, right? Well, nah. Thanks to that evolution, Tengen is more cursed spirit than human, making her a target for cursed spirit manipulation. Yeah, Gojo messed up big time for not getting rid of that body, and Gato messed up big time for being so ass. How do you get dropped off by year 1 Yuta Kotu, bruh? Bum. Timing is also an important factor. The Star Plasma Vessel, the Six Eyes, and Tengen are all connected by fate. In the past, Kenjaku got his ass handed to him twice by Six Eyes users. So instead of going out of his way to kill them, he focused on a way to seal them, since you can't have two at the same time. But then, Maki Zenin appeared, a man who defied fate, ended up breaking their own. Bada bing bada boom, Kenjaku got cursed manipulation and the prison realm around 6 years ago. All he needed to do was get rid of Gojo, and we saw how that worked out. As for the Culling games, they give it as like a pre-season warm-up to the main event, using the cursed energy from the players inside the colonies to help with the ritual. Kenjaku had to take binding vows for this though, one of them being the fact that he can't be the game master. This isn't good for us though, because it means that the Culling game won't end even if we kill him. Bro thinks he's on the team. So, you'll need to participate in the Culling games, make a rule that allows certain players to leave, then free Gojo from the pen, cause he could probably settle this all by himself. Tengen will also need some help, since Kenny could just pull up anytime and wipe the floor with them. So Choso and Yuki opt to stay, letting Yuta be with his friends for once. Yay! Back to Gojo though. Tengen actually has a way to free him, giving us the back of the prison realm. Since they can't open it without the front though, they'll need a tool or ability that negates cursed techniques. Unfortunately, that dumbass Gojo got rid of the inverted spear of heaven. And the black rope. The latter one low-key shocked me because you were saying that Gojo went out of his way to destroy black-owned artifacts? Wow. Snatched Miguel's pride and his chain. SS Satoru, the strongest racist in history, strikes again. While he was getting jiggy with the locals in Africa, Yuta was also looking for the remaining black rope, but there was nothing left. Yeah, let's keep Gojo locked up a little longer, huh? Racism in my Jujutsu Shonen manga? Sugune could never. Nevertheless, there's still hope. A Culling Games player called Angel has a cursed technique that negates other cursed techniques. Broken as hell and most definitely useful. You're low-key fine too, bro. Hold on. Let's make finding her priority number 1. Real quick though, let's go over the rules of the Culling game. Don't worry, I'm not that evil. I'll leave some Subway Surfers gameplay in the corner so nobody gets bored. Rule number 1 states that after awakening a cursed technique, players must declare their participation in the games within 19 days. And if they don't do that, Rule 2 states that they will be subjected to cursed technique removal, which according to Shoko means death. And wow, I had to replay this scene 5 times because I was getting too distracted. Shoko way too fine, man. If I was her patient, I'd be moving like Anthony Davis, bro. Only place you'd ever catch me is the hospital. But damn, bro, she's really going through it. I've never seen so many cigarettes in one bin. And the bottles? RCT may be able to heal you physically, but not mentally. Poor Shoko. Rule 3 says that anyone who enters the barrier will be a player the second they join. Rule 4 says that you score points by ending the lives of other players. Adding on to that, Rule 5 says that sorcerers are worth 5 points, while regulars are worth 1. Rule 6 is the most important rule, as it'll be how they save Tsumiki, because it allows you to use 100 points to create rules. And unless it affects the longevity of the Culling games, Rule 7 says that it must be allowed. And finally, Rule 8 tells us that you must gain at least 1 point every 19 days, or else you will die. Basically, Rules 1, 2, and 8 are the why for saving Tsumiki, and Rule 6 is how we're gonna save Tsumiki. You got that? Yeah? No? Whatever. Moving on. As for our squad, everyone's got assignments. Yuki and Choso are on Tengen protection duty. Maki's heading back to the Zenin clan to retrieve cursed tools, since Megumi's now their leader. Yuta's going on ahead to get some intel, although that sort of poses a problem since he did promise to help protect Megumi if Sukuna ever got free. Gojo's students really inherited his one brain cell, bro. Look at him. He'd be so proud. And finally, Yuji and Megumi will head off to recruit Akari, which according to Yuta is stronger than he is when he gets riled up. And Maki was like, yeah, nah, bro, shut that shit up, bro. Real talk though, I could walk up to Yuta, slap the hell out of him, and he'd be like, Noah? Oh yeah, bro, he's tough, don't mess with him. Just because. J. Cole ass nigga, bro, he always gotta be humble. Thank God he's gonna let his ball drop in Sendai, bro. Show him how he really get down. But yeah, that's the plan. Wasn't so bad, right? Reading for a change. And Yuji also had a really nice goodbye with Choso. Bro was literally in tears watching them leave. Every episode I grow to like him more and more. But anyway, that's enough yap. Y'all know what we all here for. And it's finally time. The most anticipated episode of the season so far, where our glorious GOAT Maki takes on the Zenin clan. After Maki makes it back over to the Zenin clan, she runs into the strongest bum of today, Naoya Zenin. Naoya was hitting like hell, bro. You can't see cursed spirits, can't use techniques, and on top of that, you ugly as hell. Nobody will look in your direction anymore. Wow, man. I'm not even gonna interact with this rage bait, bro. All I gotta say is,
nigga, you gay.
Tanemasu, shall I bully you like the good old days? Brother man, you are 27 years of age. Niggas be 27 and they opt 17. Do you not have a job, any friends, anything to do with your life besides hate aimlessly? How are you pushing 30 beefing with teenagers? No wonder Toji is his idol. Both of their only wins were against minors, and the family interactions just keep getting worse. On her way to the weapons room, she runs into her mom. Her mom starts yapping about how Maki isn't allowed here, like she hasn't been here for no reason, but Maki says that the clan head said it's alright. We then get a quick flashback to Megumi and Maki talking, and this dude really had me hot in the scene. First of all, this golden opportunity gets placed, dropped into his hands by sheer luck, and he's like, nah, I'm good. And Maki's like, no bro, you gotta do this. You have the entire Zenin fortune in your hands. Money, tools, info. This dude now has the power to change Jujutsu society. And you know what this buffoon says? He's like, you do it, Maki, I'll step down. The lack of self-awareness in this statement is insane. Asking Maki to become the leader of the Zenin clan is like asking Carson Beck not to throw a $5 footlong when a championship game is on the line. This nincompoop, in all seriousness, asked a woman to step up and lead misogyny HQ. Is he dead ass? It really shows how much Gojo shielded him from the Zenin clan's activities, cause wow. Maki does call him out on this too, like, you inherited the clan technique, you can low-key use a domain. Satoru Gojo is your foster father, lock in. But bro really doesn't want to do this. When Maki tells him that she wouldn't be able to create a place where Mai belongs, he locks in and understands. Felt so bad for Maki in this scene, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how old you get, your parents hating on you is always the worst feeling. Y'all remember that one scene in JJK 0 when her mom was shit talking to her while she was just trying to have fun? Like, she was like 5, bro. Evil work. Maki then makes it inside, but instead of fighting weapons, she finds her father, and worse, Mai, on the floor and bleeding out. Because you see, the Zenin clan had no intention of letting Megumi become their leader. And thank God, because that boy some buns. But they had another plan instead. Since Gojo is technically a criminal, anyone who tries to free him will be guilty by association. So they decided to get rid of Megumi, Maki, and Mai on the basis that they're freeing Gojo. Another day, another stray. All that girl Mai wants to do is live peacefully and do chores, and they're getting her executed for someone she doesn't even care for. The crazy thing is, Maki's own father, Ogi Zenin, was the one who came up with this idea. And that also means that Maki's mom willingly let her walk to her death. What an evil family, bro. This dude actually might be soulless, like I'm not even trolling. They honestly gave this scene some crazy atmosphere. Taking away the light so they had to fight blind was tough. At the end of the last episode, Tengen gave Maki the location of Dragon Bone, It was the sword of that one guy from like season 1, nobody really cares about him, but it's low-key cracked. Unfortunately though, she was way outmatched against her father. Blocked the first hit, spun back and broke her dad's blade, and when she stepped in to go for the kill shot, her pops pieced her up light work. Bro used an invisible sword, knowing Maki couldn't see cursed energy. As Ogi drags his daughters to their doom, he starts yapping about some, oh, I wasn't able to become the clan leader because my children were ass. Like, that's such an excuse, bro. Nobito had one child out of God knows how many become his heir. Bro was out here shooting blanks, and you mean to tell me that his quality was good? A wise man once said, I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because the latter meant that I stopped shooting. If he really was about that life, he would have kept going until he found the one. And man, it was really looking like it was over for the both of them, but with the little strength that she had left, Mai crawls over to her sister. Maki's tough though. Even with her injuries, she's still alive, but barely. And with no other choice, Mai knows what she must do. When she wakes up, Mai tells her that she was hurt pretty bad too. And after what she does next, she's gonna die. So this is goodbye. Bro, where was she walking off to? Ain't nothing but water over there, brother. She's about to have to swim to the next location. But in all seriousness, Mai is genuinely such a tragic character. Imagine living your whole life with a clan that hates you, a family that despises you, but not as badly as your sister because you can use a curse technique. The only family member that you actually care about makes you hate them because of your terrible communication skills. You're forced to be a sorcerer to keep up with your sister. You suck really, really bad at it. But even throughout all that, you make some good friends and meet people that actually care about you. But it doesn't matter because in the back of your mind, you know that you're holding your sister back and that one day you gotta die. I don't even think Maki really ever understood, or not even understood, really cared about like twins or fate, because let's face it, she doesn't really believe in anything holding her back. That's how she got this far. And her and Mai really just had different mindsets about life. Each of them wanted the best for each other, but if they're not in sync, none of that matters. Maybe if they talked it out, they could have worked it together, but I don't know, bro. I feel like 90% of problems in JJK would just cease to exist if these characters took like 5 minutes to talk to each other. Mai was always so angry at Maki for leaving her and becoming a Jujutsu sorcerer, but now Mai's the one leaving, and this time, she can't come back. The only thing she leaves is a flower, and one last request: destroy everything. Maki woke up and immediately got on that timing. Entire family getting slimed out today, no question. Pop sensed the aura and immediately felt fear that he hadn't felt in years. Was out here seeing Toji's aura and shit. Bro's been dead for 12 years. Tried popping ult, but Maki told him to shut that shit up. Took the top off, no gunner, it's go time. The second Maki started her rampage, the Zenin clan alarm bells went wild. I know Naoya was hearing them saxophones when he heard Maki slammed out Ogi. Tick tock, buddy, your end is almost near. To stop Maki, Maki Zenin sends his Kukuru unit to deal with her. Chicken. Now I'm hungry. Anyway, the unit is basically all the men of the Zenin clan who can't use curse techniques. Maki was also a member before she entered Jujutsu High. Gege really be lazy when it comes to names, bro. Nobuaki? That's just Nobura and Inumaki combined, bro. Be for real. I can't lie though. The second I saw all these guys in one room, I knew they were cooked. Rule number 2 in anime: if you're jumping an individual with more than 2 people, then you are most definitely losing. Maki about to put them boys on a highlight reel. Let's get it. Nigga in the back started off screaming like he was about to move a muscle. Out here yelling for no reason. Maki starts off on fire, 4-piece combo off rip, violates these guys, goes up and over, throws the sword. Then I don't know who the hell this guy thought he was, pulling up all saucy with the staff movements. Maki had to remind him he was a side character. Know your place, nigga. Another 2-piece, blocked this guy, gave him the Gojo special. Then it was just straight carnage. Hit this guy so hard, his guts came out. Weaved the sword, looked that boy dead in his eyes, and it was like, yeah, you're cooked. Straight up the middle like she's Saquon. Then while using her blade like a chainsaw, she cuts them fools down. And yeah, I can't even be mad at them being scared. Bro did not sign up for this at all. Imagine training your entire life just to be turned into some abstract art. That heavenly restriction had Maki hitting moves she's never hit before. Took sliding for your homies to a whole nother level. Looking like Mbappe hitting this attack. Down low for the evasive. Was taking out legs while upside down. And yo, I genuinely felt bad for this guy right here. Cause imagine you're staying in the back so you don't get noticed. Then you get singled out for no reason. Look at this slide. This is straight out of a nightmare. Didn't even get slashed either, but he got hit with that Goku 1-inch punch. Maki deadass testing her powers just to do it. But yeah, that was that. Maki takes out the entire unit. And when Nobuaki pulls up, he's like, damn, she really like that. But it's not over yet. Maki then gets clapped by these humongous hands. And we see that the big dogs of the Zenin clan have finally arrived. The strongest sorcerers of the clan, who are semi-grade 1 and higher. In other words, they don't have shit on Maki and they're about to get stomped. Maki jumps out the cut, Nobuaki barely blocks. Thought he was tough hitting that slash away, but Maki told him, you ain't like that. Give me that shit. Gramps then pulls up, but Maki didn't even need to try to beat him. Old ass was already 1 foot in the grave. Go ahead and say hi to Toji for us, little bro. Then Ranta Zenin strikes with his technique. Ranta Glaze has always been so funny to me. This dude got fake rep from that one forged Gege note. Ranta Zenin was a good guy, using his wealth and influence to manage various orphanages and shelters for the homeless, animals, and battered women. Yeah, right. The day that a member of the Zenin clan does something of value for this world is the day that Megumi hits a fully functioning domain expansion, bro. Don't make me laugh. This scene Loki had me hot though, because Ranta was genuinely fighting for his life while Maki was laughing off his technique, and this dumbass Jinichi was trying to ore farm. Like, Ranta was out here putting his life on the line for this junk, and Unk is trying to have his main character moment. No wonder Toji was always better than this bum. He would never do this. And yeah, his technique was cool, but bro is not Saitama. This John only works in the strongest battlegrounds, brother. Maki packed his lame ass up. Low-key feel bad for Ranta though. Like, this is what happens when you have a squad of niggas who were just playing for the vibes. Not an ounce of urgency was used when they heard Maki went crazy, and now they're all dead. Go figure. With that, there's only one person that Maki needs to beat. Naoya Zenin, the head of the Hay. You know, there's something really sinister about this dude Naoya. Literally just watched his entire extended family get sent to the Juice WRLD concert, and he's over here smiling like a goddamn Morris, talking about some, don't you have a human heart? Like, do you? Crazy Orlob for Maki though, saying some, nah, she took it with her. Naoya was moving crazy though. They start going at it. He grabs Maki, freeze frames her, then sends her flying. But he knew he was about to cook. Peep the smile. Bro was out here piecing her up in different frames while Maki was upside down. Insane work. Grabbed her, sent her ass up and away, didn't let her rest for a second, boomed her again, then gave her the speed blitz of doom. Maki was low-key fighting for her life, but when I saw her hit that slide, I knew she was about to lock in. Told Naoya to bring it, but Naoya knew that he couldn't just take Maki head on, so instead of stopping like he did in his fight with Choso, he taps her and goes around for the kill. But you see, this is where Naoya messed up. This entire fight, Naoya has been calling Maki an imposter, saying that she isn't Toji and she will never be on that level. He's the one who will get on that level and stand with the likes of Gojo and Toji. But here's the thing, Naoya keeps talking about getting on that level without realizing the fact that Maki's already there. If he really wanted to get there, if he really wanted to win, he would stop for a moment, acknowledge Maki and the strength that she's gained, then make sure not to underestimate her. But this is Naoya, the 30-year-old bum with no hoes, no job, and most definitely no consent. He lived his entire life being glazed as the future GOAT. Bro couldn't change his mindset if he tried. And this is the exact reason for his downfall. By looking down on Maki, he's indirectly put himself below Maki, if that makes sense. Oh, the irony. Naoya spent his entire fight with Maki, trying to avoid a truth that was right in front of him, while Maki has been analyzing, understanding his moves, and in the end, she had him all figured out. I have never seen JJK hit a 3-angle sports center replay on an attack like this before, but he got exposed with a Mortal Kombat X-ray finisher too. Oh nah, Maki really said, my bad, I ain't hear you. Wanna say that shit again? The Zenin clan's biggest failure really just dropped off the entire clan in one afternoon. I know Geto's soul is absolutely raging in hell right now. Another day, another monkey doing exactly what he couldn't. And speaking of which, I know Toji is celebrating with glee in heaven. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, what about the women and the children? And to that, I say, nigga, fuck that shot. I don't give a damn about them. Whoa, man, calm down, buddy. I ain't mean it like that. Anyway, I could care less about the Zenin clan or their kids. Maki also ends up murking her mother after she wouldn't answer her simple questions, which was deserved. But she low-key made up for it by going out of her way to end off Naoya. How hilarious is it that this dude was always talking about women being 3 steps behind him or else, and he ended up being murked just because of that exact rule. Gege poetry. But yeah, that's it for today. This is probably one of the best episodes of JJK that I ever watched, and season 3 has been nothing but bangers. Also, before we end off, I gotta say, we hit 300,000 subscribers. Literally today, bro. I woke up and I was so happy. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for that. Let's just keep going, bro. Can't wait to see the rest of this season. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I love you. Goodbye.